Diner coffee dreams. It's the term I have because me and my friends used to hang out in a diner, and to me, that represented being an adult because you could go, you could spend your own money, you were alone, away from the parents, and you were basically acting adults. So we would sit and hang out and dream about all the shit we wanted to do, like make movies, make albums, start production companies. You know, we were 16, 17, 18 years old. And just sitting around drinking coffee because that's the only thing we could afford. Couldn't afford the hamburgers, couldn't afford the mozzarella sticks, you know. And most of us couldn't afford the coffee, but somebody had a job, one among us, and would buy everybody coffee. So that was Diner Coffee Dreams. And as a self-diagnosed Peter Pan, I have carried that with me for a couple of decades. That excitement of wanting to make art and make that be my living. So a friend of mine, AJ, who was a part of the Diner Coffee Dreams, Shaner's, Denny's, Ground Round, all that back in the day, just wrote a book. He has always had all these stories and ideas for movies and never really pulled them off. And he made one low budget film with us when we were kids, you know, way back year 2000, 99. And it was kind of a mongrel film. It was just throw and go. It was impressive that he even made a film, but you know, you couldn't compare it to like a real budget film, or it was more of an art film, more of a school film. So flash forward 20, 25 years for him, and he lost a very dear person to him named Stacy, and it inspired him, along with some other life events, to write the Stacy movie, to make his first movie. And he was always very against AI. He was very protective of like his signature as an author. Like he's like, if anybody finds out I used AI, they'll just say I didn't write it. So he's very careful and very overprotective of his ego in that I wrote it. I'm the one who did it. So his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, convinced him to use Grok and start using it. She said, you got to use it, it's going to blow your mind. And he gave in. He tried it out. And he was completely blown away with how it helped him stay organized with all his big ideas and keeping everything organized so that you don't have to keep it all on paper somewhere or keep it in your head. And within really just a matter of months, he was able to finish the whole story. He's obsessed with these story models, Dramatica, Save the Cat, Hero with 1,000 Faces, Hero's Journey, and somehow wanted to incorporate all of them. You know, people would struggle to use even one, and he's like, I want to use all of them. I have to make sure it fits within these symbolic structures. And finished the movie. Now, the guys who were going to produce it, he hasn't heard from them, and he's impatient. He's like, oh, I haven't heard from them. They're not going to make my movie, even though it's only been a couple of days, couple of weeks. He's like, I'm going to put it out as a book. So he puts it out as a book. It's very easy to self-publish anymore. Puts it out on Amazon, and it's a very fast read. It's called Stacy by Arnold Jackson. And I read it one time. I'm reading it again now to give him some notes and some feedback. But it's a powerful story. I was there the whole time with him kicking around his ideas, so all the scenes I know, the characters and the hidden names, and oh, this name means this and this name means that, and this scene represents this. So I know, so it's interesting that I know all that ahead of time, and yet it still affected me. It was still an emotionally powerful story for all the fact that I knew every in and out, and I'd heard that, you know, time and time again. And so now I'm reading it for the second time. I'm going to give him my notes, you know, help him, you know, take it to the next level. But it doesn't read like a novel. I read a lot of novels, but he doesn't read fiction. He likes nonfiction books. Anytime he reads fiction, he's like, it makes me want to make a movie, so he doesn't really like read fiction. So I don't know if he gets the lingo and the vibe of how a novel is written. there's no internal monologue, whereas in a novel, it's all internal monologue, Um, so the vibe of it is very strange as far as a book format goes, because it was written as a movie, so it's very visual and scene based. But yeah, I read it and I thought, wow, that's interesting. I want to do a review. I want to do a TikTok review because for me it represents Diner Coffee Dreams. It represents taking the adult form and actually making a reality of the dreams. Because Diner Coffee Dreams, the implication is that it never happens. You sit around with your friends drinking coffee, 1 a.m. at Denny's, and we're going to be great. We're going to win Grammys. We're going to win Oscars. We're going to rule the empire, yada, yada. The implication is that it never happens. So that's the important reality of Diner Coffee Dreams, is that you find out what the beliefs are that are holding you back, and you make it happen. That's the journey that I'm on. That's the journey that a lot of us are on as we move into a creator economy. We have more free time. We have access to the global market. It just becomes, are your ideas compelling? Is your packaging compelling? Do people want to buy what you're selling? Are you going to be able to affect people emotionally? So he did it. He pulled it out. He made a book, and it's emotionally powerful, and it's called Stacy. His name is Arnold Jackson. So if you are so inclined, check it out.